Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kara Melendi from Spiritual Goddesses, and I have an exciting topic for you today, talking about manifestation and the difference between chasing and attracting something. And this is an insight that I had last night while I was sitting in the energy of the full moon in Pisces, just such a beautiful healing energy. And I had sent channeled messages from the Akashic Records to the members of my Goddess Sisterhood, so my membership site, pulled some oracle cards for them. And then, of course, was taking time for myself as well, just to really sit in this energy and see what was coming through for me. And this was a huge message I received that I also felt really called, I've got a fly around me, that I felt called to really share out with you as well. So say hi as you are jumping on. We have Angela and Sharon and Jacqueline. Hello, beautiful goddesses. Rolene, how is everyone doing after the full moon energy? I found this was a very healing full moon, and it really just kind of wrapped up a lot of the themes of eclipse season, allowed us to let go of any of the energetic patterns that we were still holding on to, just to finally release them and clear them. All right, let me scroll down here. Oh, good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It was a beautiful moon last night. I had my crystals out charging. I even put some of my card decks outside as well. Beautiful energy. And so another thing I really want to take a look at today as well is Mars is moving direct, and this is huge, and it actually really fits into this topic around manifestation and the different energies around attracting versus chasing, and how often when we feel like we're manifesting something or we have a goal in mind, a lot of the energy behind it is actually chasing, which holds it from us. So we're going to take a look at that. Definitely continue to say hi as you jump in. If you're on the replay, say hi as well. Great to have you. If you are new to me, my name is Kara Melendi. I'm an astrologer, a goddess mentor, helping you co-create magic with the universe, and I love delivering channeled messages from the cosmos. So let's take a look at Mars going direct. So first, what I want to look at is what Mars really represents and the archetype of Mars, because that's the fascinating thing with astrology, is all the zodiac signs actually represent different archetypes. And when we connect and understand these archetypes and these energies, we better understand ourselves. We better know how to exist in relationships. We can understand people better. We can even evolve personally at a faster pace because we understand these energies that we are working with. And then knowing your birth chart actually helps you understand what archetypes are dominant for you and what energies you really came into the world with to master this time, and what are the strengths that come with that, the gifts that come with that, as well as some of the challenges. So when we're looking at Mars, Mars is the ruler of Aries, and it's the first sign of the zodiac, and it's all about getting really strong in who you are. So everything to do with the self, strong in your identity, really learning to love yourself. And in its highest form of expression, it's about tapping into your warrior spirit and realizing that you are strong enough to transcend any of the challenges that come your way. It's learning to really be in that place of empowerment. And now in the shadow side, of course, it can be power that's misused. And because it's the representation of the masculine energy, in the shadow phase, it represents a lot of the masculine energy in its shadow form. So it's about competition. It's about there's only enough room for one of us to succeed. It's the energy of war, of competition, and just power over instead of personal empowerment and power with. So we do see some of those themes coming into play with Mars, but of course what we want to do is connect with it in its highest form of expression. And that is where we tap into the warrior spirit of Mars, and we realize how strong we are, how powerful we are, but how this can be used in a way to uplift others, and how this can be used in a way to achieve together. And as we foster this self-love, as we learn to love ourselves or love others, since we're all connected, as long as we're in the energy of love, that it's so much power to create within that. So let me know if this is resonating and makes sense, and you kind of get an idea of that archetypal energy of Mars. Basically, it's the drive. And that's why it's so powerful that it's now going direct, because it's been retrograde. and it was retrograding in Aquarius, and then it retrograded all the way back into Capricorn, and that's where it's now going direct. And it's when it was retrograde, it's like we internalize a lot of that energy. So that could have manifested in some of the shadow phases of the anger and frustration that you felt. It could also be learning to like build up your inner reserves of motivation and recognizing that motivation firstly has to come from within. When motivation comes from within, that's what continues to allow us to move forward despite the obstacles or despite what's happening externally. Maybe we're not seeing the results we want right away, but the Mars energy channeled in its highest form of expression is we keep moving anyway because we know what's possible. So now that it's moving direct, momentum can start to build, clarity can start to build, and I know for so many of us, there was this feeling of motivation, but it kept feeling like something was blocking us, like something was kind of standing in our way. So now that Mars is direct, doors are really opening throughout September. This is actually a beautiful month in the cosmos. I'm just going to take a look at these questions. Definitely feel free to ask questions throughout. Hello, Lori and Lamarla. Hello, beautiful Katie. Welcome. She's saying, I can so relate. 5 planets in Aries, including my sun. Yes. The Aries energy is powerful. I'm actually an Aries rising. So Mars is a big player in my chart. And I felt this retrograde big time in a positive way. Like for me, I did feel a lot of energy and momentum building until it retrograded back into Capricorn. Then I really felt that. I'm like, okay, it's time that Mars starts moving direct now. Hello, Jen is saying this energy has been a bit crazy lately. A lot has been happening. Yeah, Jen, it has. Like, it has been intense. I mean, we went through eclipse season. We went through retrogrades. We had Mars and Mercury retrograding at the same time, both now direct. So this is an amazing time to move forward with any projects, move forward with any moves. And you'll really feel like the universe has your back in this and that you're starting to really pick up the pace and pick up momentum. Hello, Airty. How are you? Doors are opening. Beautiful. I love that. Oh, sending love your way, Rachel. Thank you so much. Yes. So Mars direct, and what this really has to do with this energy of chasing versus attracting is Mars in the shadow form can be more of the chasing energy. And anytime we're chasing something, it means that we feel we don't yet have it. Just think of the energy of chasing. It feels like it's not yet ours, or that it's something we have to work really hard for. So even recall something in your life right now that you are working on manifesting and sink into the energy behind it and be honest with asking yourself, am I in the energy of attraction or am I in the energy of chasing it? And it all begins with recognizing where you are. Because we are such powerful creators. When you recognize the energy that you are in, you can then choose to shift that. So if it is a chasing energy, it just may mean there's some resistance around it, or there's a belief that you're holding on to that says you're not yet worthy of receiving, or all these stories we create, right? But basically there's resistance around it that you can choose to release. Because what we want to be in is the energy of attraction, which feels so different than the energy of chasing. So it goes back to this idea of Mars in the highest form of expression, which realizes the internal power I have to create. But I don't have to push things into place. I don't have to make things happen. And not that like our willpower can go a long way. Like willpower can take us far, so can discipline, all those things that Mars can embody. But if we're doing that without first aligning our energy, or we're trying to make something happen before really sinking into what is in my highest good, am I believing this can happen? That's where the energy of chasing comes into play instead of attracting. So you really want to shift into the energy of receiving. And that goes into another archetype that I really want to look at today, which is Venus as well. So we're talking about Mars, which is the masculine. Venus is the divine feminine. And we need to have both of these energies really working together, because Venus is the energy of receiving. It's the feminine of I am worthy. I am worthy of having what I desire. And when it comes to manifestation, it really is about being that energetic match to what we want, and how we become that energetic match is believing we are worthy, believing that we can have it. And I think on some level, we all know that if we desire something, we can create it. It's like we have this memory that we come in as powerful creators, and if it's something I want, I can have it. And I think sometimes that's where the forcing energy can kind of come in. Like, I just need to force this and I know I can have it. But we actually need to balance that chasing energy, with allowing myself to attract and receive. So let me know if this is resonating or if anyone has questions around this. And if you're getting the idea of the difference between, okay, the chasing energy versus the receiving energy, and how with manifestation, we want to be in the energy of receiving. So the energy of already having. And this is another thing I was discussing with some of the members in the Goddess Sisterhood, my membership site, about sinking in and being grateful for what you desire before it even comes your way. Because since we are in a universe that initially works based on energy, right? It all starts with our belief system, with our dreams, with the energy that we're emitting and putting out into the world. Being in that place of gratitude and grateful and feeling like we already have what we desire, that's the attraction component. And that's where things can naturally just flow to us and come to us, and we can release the energy of chasing and know that what we desire is already ours. We just need to hold that energy and believe that. So let me know if this is resonating. Questions, any of that goodness, feel free to post below. Rebecca's feeling that strength and direction. I love this. Jennifer needed this today. Oh, divine timing, right? Thank you for being here, Goddess, for sure. Laura's saying resonating. Erdi, absolutely. Hello, Mary and Kimberly. Suzette, combining names here, Tess. Liz is saying it's resonating. Awesome, awesome. Yes, it's so cool. Like, one of the many reasons I love astrology, it really is, it's like, it helps our manifesting big time as we understand these energies and we understand the shadow form and we understand in its highest form of expression, right? So this attraction versus receiving and how we want to sink into this energy of receiving, right? That's what manifesting really is. It's like, how can I be a match to what I desire? How can I hold that? And it's a choice moment to moment. It's not even like something we decide once and then it's done. This is a choice that we hold on to. And right now with the cosmic energies, it is going to support you in holding that energy, holding that vibration, and then taking the inspired action. Because action is a big component of that. And now with Mars direct, it can really support you in that. So sometimes I get asked, like, what does inspired action really mean? So inspired action is something that excites you. It lights you up. It feels expansive. Whereas the feeling like I have to do something in order to get a result, that's a very contractive energy that takes the joy right out of it. So the inspired action is, I want to take this step, I want to take this action because it feels good to do so. It feels aligned. And that's where it goes back to our inner guidance system as well, and trusting our intuition and that we know what's best for us. It comes back to that feeling and how it feels in our body. So is it feeling expansive? That's inspired action. That's the next step. And this is where we draw on that Mars energy, the power of Mars, to then give us the courage and the confidence to take that action. So it's also like just knowing where you're falling on that spectrum as well. So are you in that energy where you're feeling like, I have to rely on my strength alone, I have to make this happen, whether you're working on manifesting money, maybe it's manifesting certain health or energy or a partner or a soulmate, whatever it is, right? Looking at, am I in that energy of feeling like I have to make this happen, or I have to do certain things that I don't want to do to get the result? Or is it that energy of trusting that you are worthy, you are deserving, and it can come to you? Your job is to just stay in that energetic state. And then when you get an idea that feels expansive, having the confidence and courage to take that action. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, Goddess. All right, and Tess and Cynthia, thank you for all the hearts as well. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. So we have actually really beautiful aspects right now happening in the cosmos. In addition to this Mars going direct, we still have this beautiful grand Earth trine in effect as well. So anybody, if you're setting intentions, and let me know below, do you have any intentions that you're setting around career, around your business? Many people that follow my videos, you're light workers, you're healers, you have your own services and products that you offer the world as well. The energy throughout September is really supporting you in making advancements in those areas. If you take action as well, if you take aligned, inspired action, align the energy, do what feels expansive and inviting. And in astrology, a trine basically means when the planets are aligned in a way that there's positive energy flow between them and they're supporting one another. And then depending on the element that it's in really depends on how that manifests. So the grand Earth trine, since Earth is a very grounded energy, it's very practical, it's very good for money, for finances, for manifesting here on the Earth plane. We can really harness that energy right now for making advancements in terms of our career, in terms of our business, and in terms of our finances. So how you harness that energy is trusting and believing that it's already done, that you can receive it, and choosing moment to moment to be in that receptive energy, be in the energy of receiving. And Jennifer, so much truth with what I have going on. Oh, I'm so glad it aligns. It's so cool to see like the astrology behind it. You're like, yes, I'm feeling this energy, because often when we're very intuitive, it's like we're feeling into the energy of what's happening in the cosmos anyway, and then we hear the astrology behind it and it just feels like, oh, that makes so much sense. That's what's happening in my life right now. All right, Laura was so feeling this. Thanks, you are welcome. Amanda has many projects on the go. Now's the time, Amanda, to like launch them and get them out there. And then in October, we do have Venus going retrograde. So I'll do other videos on that as it comes up, because that's going to be its own separate thing. But as for the month of September, really good for forward momentum, forward motion, and just making sure though, like we do have Virgo, we're in Virgo season right now as well, so the sun in Virgo, that we are taking those action steps, because the earth energy as well as Mars being direct, oh, this fly, it's so funny, it's my own fault that I've got flies in the house. So my cat loves to be outside, but I will not let her out unsupervised. So sometimes I keep the door open so I can watch her, and the result is having some flies in the home. At one time, there's actually a bird that flew in. But anyway, I was kind of sidetracked. Yes, so with this earth energy, you do need to make sure that you are taking that inspired action, doing your part. And that's what co-creation is. It's like we do our part to work with these cosmic energies. So when we have this beautiful alignment happening, we know that now's a good time to move forward with things. Now is a good time to launch things. So I'm going to have the courage and confidence to do that and to take those steps. Monica, just tuning in. Yes, well, when I post this, Monica, go back and watch from the start. Lots of goodness here. Hi, Chris. Welcome, Goddess. Welcome. So what I want to say as well, I'm actually going to be releasing this tomorrow, and it's going to be a lead-in to a new program that I'm doing that's all about multi-dimensional manifestation. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be working with the archetypes of the zodiac. It's going to be learning to astral travel, connect with different realms to really call in that energy and manifest here on the earth plane. And leading up to that, I have a video, well, I say video series, but it's actually going to be me going live in my Facebook community, sharing information on manifestation. So if you are interested in this, send me a message on Facebook, whether it's the free program or the paid program that's going to follow that. Send me a message. We're going to go into depth on multidimensional manifestation, how it relates to the cosmos and all this goodness. So be sure to reach out if you're interested in that. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions around Mars being direct, around this idea of chasing versus attracting and manifestation. Otherwise, we may finish up for today. But yeah, we've got really beautiful energies for sure. And following the full moon, we actually still have the moon in the sign of Pisces today as well. So the energies today that are aligned while Mars is about to go direct are really great. Not only the grand Earth trine, but still having a moon in Pisces, your intuition is going to be so strong right now. So trust any of the impulses or ideas that are coming in. And again, now is the time to begin to take action on that. So really lovely energies for sure. Monica is interested. Awesome. I will add you to the list. And yes, I am so beyond excited about this program. It just feels so aligned with everything I'm working on in my life right now, what I've discovered through my own studies in the Akashic Records and astrology, and how it really relates to manifestation. So yes, just send me a message if you want to be posted on all that goodness. And yeah, otherwise we'll finish up for today, but thank you for tuning in. If you're on the replay, feel free to ask questions as well. I will drop back in, sending lots of love and light to you all, and I will see you very soon. Bye.